Hello and welcome to Healing Yoga. We'll just give a couple of minutes to give people a chance to get checked in. Things that you might enjoy today during the practice would be a chair, a towel or a blanket to use to support your neck during Shavasana, a block, a strap, and even if you don't have any of those things, that's okay because it's fine. You can practice without those, but those can be nice props, nice supports to have during the practice. So if you would like to get those, you may. The welcome sign that you'll see is courtesy of my granddaughter. So she made that the other day. I thought that'd be fun to put up on the chair. So it's been unusual the last few days. We've had a lot of cloudy and cool and rainy weather. And so today we're going to warm up our bodies and gently, of course, and move them with lots of love and care and get going with that. So anyway, I'm glad you're here. My name is Janis, and I will be guiding you. It's your practice. You get to choose how it shows up in your body today. I will offer variations, and you get to take it from there. So hopefully everybody can hear me right now. So we will go ahead and get started. I'm glad you're here. There's a little sign she made. I thought that was cute. All right, let's get started. Our house is really cool, almost cold. So we will get going. I feel like I want to wrap up in this. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So let's begin just with some centering. So you might be seated on your mat or on a chair, but either way, find a comfortable seat. You feel your sit bones rooting into the surface below you. Noticing your breath, no need to change it, just notice it. Doing a body scan, starting with your toes and moving on up through the legs, the knees, the hips, just noticing anything that might be experiencing a bit of discomfort. Just move that scan on up through the torso, the shoulders, the arms, the neck. And at this time, let's take a nice big inhale, imagine sending that breath to any places of discomfort. And exhale through the mouth. And releasing that discomfort. Let's take a couple more of those breaths. Inhale and exhale. One more. Breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. And just maybe give your body a little jiggle, a little wiggle to bring a bit of warmth in there. So our thought for this morning is that as we move our body with the breath, knowing we're nourishing ourselves with vitality and life. So in yoga, we move our body with the breath with intention. So our intention today is to nourish, but also to bring about some vitality, maybe a bit of energy. So a mudra that I want to share with you today is the prawn mudra. So you just take your thumb and connect it with your little finger and your ring finger. Then these fingers are together, and then you can just rest your hands on your lap. So just resting in the mudra, in the lap, feet rooted into the surface below, nice long spine, shoulders relaxed down and back. You can leave your eyes open or close them as I share with you a little more information about the prawn mudra. A mudra is a gesture often practiced with the hands that can create or affect the flow of energy within the body. Many believe they can have an influence on the body and the mind. This is prawn mudra, also known as life mudra. This can be used to reduce fatigue or nervousness and help raise our vitality. It is also associated with feelings of confidence, courage, and stability. Yeah. It can aid with eye challenges and improve clarity of thought. Touching the tips of the fingers also supports balance of the prana, our life force within. Personally, I feel more balanced and calmer when I practice this one. So just take a moment to experience the mudra. Hands relaxed in your lap. Sometimes I'll even do this when I'm driving if I'm at a stoplight. Obviously not while I'm driving, but I can do this and take a couple of breaths, and it helps me be a calmer driver. And for our breath practice today, we're going to practice lengthening the inhale. When we lengthen the inhale, that brings more energy to us. So that's what we'll practice today. And go ahead and take a nice long inhale through the nose and a shorter exhale. A long inhale, a shorter exhale. And direct the breath toward the chest. Some people even find it helpful to count the inhale and then count the exhale to be sure that the inhale is a little bit longer. You can see what feels best to you. And you can have your eyes open or closed as you practice your breath. And feel that current of vitality. You may go ahead and release the mudra. Just bring your hands down to your sides or rest them on your lap. The ringing of the chime indicates that we are ready to begin the movement or asana part of our practice. So let us begin with Tadasana, or mountain posture. You can practice this seated or standing. Either way, your feet are about 2 fist widths apart, or your knees are. Feet rooted down in the earth, feeling your legs engage. Then, drawing in the waistband. Feel the lengthening of the spine. Shoulders relaxed down and back. Palms open, facing forward. Lower the chin just a bit. And when you do, notice the expansion in the back of the neck. Find your drishti, your focal point. And just take a couple of breaths here. Tadasana, mountain. Strong, stable, still, and serene. Make sure your knees have a slight micro bend there and that they're not locked out. And from here, on an inhale, we are going to take our arms wide and back. So inhale, bring them out almost like you're a bird in flight. Lifting the heart, keeping the neck aligned with the spine, just lifting the heart. And as you exhale, bring them in to hug. Inhale. And exhale. Breathing in. And out. And come back to standing. Next, we'll be bringing our arms overhead. And oftentimes people just lift their arms up like this. And that can be a bit of a strain on the shoulders. So another way to try it is to have your palms facing downward until they get to shoulder height. And then flip them and bring them up. I think you'll notice a difference. Bring your palms together. Okay? To be easier on the shoulders, bring them down to wherever feels best to you. This is crescent moon. So we'll bring our feet a little bit closer together. Reaching up, having our arms wherever feels best in our body. And let's take a nice long inhale. And on the exhale, we'll just bend to one side. Think of that crescent moon shape. Inhale. And exhale to the other side. Inhale, so we're kind of like a rocking back and forth. Being sure that you're reaching back and not coming forward, but that your shoulders are staying aligned. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Let's do one more on each side. Lovely. Just gently bring your hands down, palms facing the sky. When you get to the shoulders, bring the palms facing the earth, and bring your hands down to your side. Find your mountain, your Tadasana. And from here, we'll step into star. So we'll go ahead and take our feet at a wider stance. It's also practiced in the chair. It's just the same. Legs out stretched. Standing, legs out stretched. Either way, feet are pressing into the earth. Okay. Bring a nice extension to your spine, arms out to sides. Remember, we raise up, palms facing, and we can just keep them facing the earth for right now. Be mindful of your shoulders, that they're not hunching up. They just need to be down. Relax down and back. Star pose, star posture. Now, we are going to do some movement with the breath. So as we inhale, we're going to be rotating our shoulders so our palm is facing upward. Exhale, going back so it's facing down. Inhale. And exhale. A yoga teacher of mine used to compare this motion to a big shower handle, and that you're just turning that big round shower faucet, whatever, I can't think of the word, back and forth. Nice and slow and easy. If this gets to feeling a strain on your shoulders, just bend your elbows a little and bring your hands down, and you can do the motion this way. Okay. Now bring a slight bend into your knees, a little bit more, and then come back up to standing. You can decide, you might want to give your arms a rest. A slight bend and standing. Just kind of warming up that knee joint a little bit. Over here, let's go ahead and reach our one ear to that same shoulder. Feeling that stretch. Back to center. Let's go to the other side. Ooh. Back to center. We'll repeat that. This time we'll look down toward our collarbone. Gaze outward and to center. Other side. Down toward your collarbone. Gaze forward to center. Beautiful. Now let's bring our hands to heart center. Put a little bit more of a bend in the knees. Really drawing in that waistband for support. Inhale, look one way, arms move the other. Exhale to center. Inhale and exhale. Do one more on each side. Nice and slow and with the breath. Beautiful. Go ahead and lower your hands down towards your side. All right. We're going to move into some sun salutations to continue gently warming up the body. And I invite you, if you feel led, to use your chair to support you as you do your sun salutation today, this afternoon. So the one important thing for safety is you need to have at least 2 legs of the chair on your mat. It's best if you have all 4, but definitely at least 2, so that the chair stays stable and doesn't move. Right, so let's stand facing our chair. And if you choose to not use a chair, that's perfectly fine too. And you can also practice the sun salutation while seated in the chair as well. It's the same movements, and I'll give you some cues that can support you with that. So let's inhale, arms to sky. Exhale, hands to chest. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, just a half bend. So if you're seated, you're resting your hands on your thighs. If you're standing, you're resting your hands on the chair or on your thighs. Okay. Keep a micro bend in your knees. Inhale up. Exhale, hands to heart. Now let's step a little bit closer to our chair. And for our first lunge, we will step back with either foot. If you are seated in the chair for your lunge, you can go ahead and just bring your knee up to your chest. Okay. So let's go ahead and step back. And you can come down and rest your hands on the chair for your first lunge. So the back heel is lifted. And we'll just be gentle here and take a couple of breaths. Maybe move a little bit. See how that feels. And then inhale and step that foot forward. Next, inhale and step the other foot back. You're seated. Now you're going to lift the other leg up towards your chest. Or just lift the heel off the floor. Bring it up however it suits your body. Again, play with some of that movement. See what you need. And bring that foot forward. Inhale, hands to sky. Exhale, hands to front of your heart. So next, hands up. exhale, bring hands to the seat of the chair and step both feet back for downward facing dog. So put a slight bend in the knees and you're pressing back. Find the point where you feel a stretch from the tips of your fingers to the tips of your toes, but without a strain. Let's try it again. Back. It's okay to have the knees bent. And as we come up, maybe we come into a plank on the chair. Back into downward dog. Then we're going to bend the knees, step forward, arms up, and hand to heart. Okay. We'll repeat that. If you did it standing, you can do it standing again, or if you'd like to join me on the chair, we can do that. You decide. So we begin in mountain, and exhale to a half fold. Inhale, arms up, hands to heart. Next, step back to a right lunge. I'm just going to bring my knee up like this. Or I could just simply raise it here. Feel what you feel there. I like having my knee back, coming up on my toe, and moving my foot up and down in the chair. And bring that foot forward. And we will step back and with the other one. You can have it here. If you're seated here, up on your toes or stepping back. Just experiencing the sensation. We're just warming up the body. So as long as you're gentle, it's all good. Bring that foot forward. Okay. Next, inhale. And we'll bring the hands to the chair or to the air and step back into downward facing dog. So I'm pressing out all the muscles, even though I'm in the chair. I am pressing out through my arms as if there was a chair there or a floor there, and the same with my feet. And I might even lean forward a little bit and let my head relax. Bring a soft bend into the knees. Step back. Let's inhale, arms up. And as we exhale, standing or seated, bring them to your back and lift your heart into a gentle cobra. Seated or standing cobra. Lifting the heart, being gentle with the neck. I'm not throwing my neck back. And breathing here. And then bringing the arms up and hands to heart. All right, take a moment to find your mountain posture, whether you're seated or standing. And next, we'll step our right foot back or left foot, whichever one you want to start with, for a warrior one posture. So if I'm in the chair, I just may do this, or I can bring it out. But this is my front leg, and this is the direction that I am facing. If you're standing, you've stepped back. You should have some good distance between the insides of your feet, more like your feet are on railroad tracks than a balance beam. And our arms are lifted, shoulders relaxed down and back. This is Virabhadrasana 1 or Warrior 1. Let's take a nice long inhale. And as we exhale, we'll just bring our hands to heart. Inhale, arms outstretched. Maybe you can lift the heart a bit more. And exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, arms up, lifting the heart. Exhale, hands to heart. Let's do that one more time. step that back leg forward, or heel toe it if you're in the chair, and let's go to the other side. Okay. So, if you're standing, have a little distance between that back foot and that front foot. It makes it easier for your hips to move, and it makes it a bit more stable as well. Here we are. Warrior one. And that bend, knees above the ankle. Facing forward. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to heart. Nice long inhale up. Exhale, hands to heart. Nice long inhale up. Lifting that heart more. Exhale, hands to heart. If you're standing, this gets hard on your front knee to be bent. Just go ahead and straighten it. There's no pain in yoga. Our last one, breathing in. And out. Beautiful. Now being mindful of that front leg. Step that back leg forward. Okay. So our next one is a balanced posture. And you can remain excuse me, just a moment. Go ahead and find your mountain pose. I'll be right back. Always nice to have a little water handy when you're practicing. Today, I forgot. All this talking. All right, so Padangusthasana is standing hand to big toe. So you might know this. Maybe you're laying on your back and you raise a leg and you reach up if you can reach your toe. And you bring the leg out. We're going to practice it standing today with an emphasis on experiencing the sensation of balance. So this is where your strap or your tie will come in very handy. I'm going to show you 3 options. And then you can try all 3, and then you decide which one you want to practice today. So first of all, in the chair, I'm going to use the strap to put under my foot here. Okay. And I'm going to hold it with one hand here. This arm could be out, will be out here maybe, or it could be here. Reaching up. And then I'm just going to reach down as far as I can on the strap. Now my body proportions really don't allow me to maintain a tall spine and grab my toes. So if I'm doing this and I'm trying to do this, I get all scrunched down. And that's not what this is about. Okay. So that's where the strap is a beautiful, beautiful prop to help us access the benefits and intentions of the posture. So I'm going to bring that up, maintaining my long spine. I'm going to open it out to the side. This hand can remain here for support, or I can bring it here or here. Okay. And there we go. So here we go in the chair. And I can decide, depending on my hip, your hip, will determine how open this is for you. When you're done, just simply bend your knee. Gently lower your heel to the floor and bring it forward. Now another option is to have the outstretched leg rest on a chair. So we can have it here. I'm going to go ahead and put my strap under there. Okay. So make sure I'm in proper position here for this. And I can reach down. And again, not reaching my toes, but experiencing the same intent and sensation. And then this hand can be here, or it can be here, depending on where I want it for balance. Or if my shoulder is bothering, it can be right here. The supporting leg is rooted. Be careful not to lock out the knee. Keep a gentle bend there. To come out, switch the strap. Use the chair to support you as you bring your leg down. Okay. Now another option is you can use the chair for support for your hand. So you can have your foot on the chair, you can have your hand on the chair. And again, we're going to loop that strap around there. And I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to bring it up. I'm going to reach down, bring it up, stretch it out, lengthen it, and bring it out to the side. Now I can tell right away that my supporting foot was angled out. It didn't feel right. So I'm going to come back and make sure that's facing forward. Come back. This is a beautiful and a safe way to practice this balance posture. And it's absolutely balanced. Now for me, that is not feeling good in this hip. So that's not the one I will choose. But I wanted to show you all three. So decide which one you want to try today. And we will go ahead. So you can begin on either side. I personally like the one where my foot was up on the chair. So I'm going to go ahead, decide which foot is going to be your rooted foot. Okay, I want you to notice your alignment so that your foot isn't out here and your body's this way. That you have a nice straight line right up through here. Okay? And you will take this, reaching out, extending that arm, that leg, and decide where you want this hand to be. And we breathe here. Are you locking out the knee on your supporting leg? I was. So give that a gentle bend, a little micro bend. Really see those roots down here as you expand your side body, your hips, your leg. Just breathing in and out. You can play around with where you want this hand. And when you're ready, we'll lower the outside arm. And we will gently bring both feet back to center. In your mountain pose, Tadasana. Just take a moment, root down and then under the ball of the foot, the little toe, the heel, soft bend in the knees, legs engaged, shoulders relaxed down and back, nice long spine. Chin tilted a bit. Notice what you feel on each side of your body. Notice if you feel a difference or not. Now we'll switch to the other side. I think for my other side, I'll practice in the chair. You can do it the same way you did the first one, or you can try something different. Different sides of our body have different things going on. We want to take care of our body. We want to nourish it. We want to be kind to it. So you want to root down into that supporting leg, get set up with your outstretched leg, let up. Now I'm kind of by a wall. I could even press my foot into the wall if I wanted to. Or you could stand against a wall, and that could be your support too. So the wall is a wonderful prop. We can do a whole class with the wall. Maybe we'll do that one of these days. Just move these pictures. All right, so get where you feel solid and rooted. The supporting leg is pressing into your legs are engaged. Extension all the way up through your spine. Decide where you want your outside arm. I just realized I'm doing the same side again. Oops. Here we go. Hand to big toe. So arm, leg outstretched. Extended, expansion. The supporting leg pressing into the earth. All muscles of the legs engaged. Other hand can be wherever you want it to be. And just breathing here. Building up heat in that supporting leg, bringing in nourished energy and vitality to our bodies today in a safe, gentle way. And then we'll relax. Gently lower the leg down. Release the strap and come to center and find your Tadasana. Okay. Keep the strap handy. Now for this next posture, it is a seated posture. So you can practice in your chair or you can practice on your mat, either way. But let's go ahead and practice it in the chair today. It's Gomukhasana or cow's head. So let's begin by crossing, bringing the one foot to center, crossing the other leg over. Okay. If it is more comfortable for you, you may cross at the ankles and squeeze the thighs together. Okay. And that is absolutely fine as well. Either way, this is your foundation. Then, with our arms, we'll take one of our straps, and remember our palms are down and then they face up, and we're going to reach straight up to the sky, and let that strap hang down below us, lined up with the spine, and then just lower. Notice the only thing that's moving is my arm. Other hand goes out and then reaches back to the strap. You just bring your hands as close until you feel a sensation there, but not pain. Gomukhasana, cow's head. So in India, the cow stands for gentleness, nonviolence, kindness. So cows are so very gentle and sweet. And we're just breathing here, noticing, keeping our spine long, tall. And when you're ready, go ahead and relax the hands and reach up. We'll take the bottom arm out first into center, and then we'll bring the other arm down and uncross our legs and be here for a moment. Tadasana, the mountain. And now we'll move to the other side. So we'll start by putting the strap in the opposite hand, and I'm just going to be mindful of how I bring my arm up, straight up. Now this feels a little bit of a strain to me. I'm not feeling good to me, just straighten that up. So I'm just going to gently bend my elbow a little bit for now. And then I'm going to bring my other arm out and back. See if I can find that strap, which is lined with my spine. And then I'm just going to walk my hand down the strap. It's kind of another way of practicing. Trying to keep my elbow not out here, but more here. Keeping things in. and cross the opposite leg. So whichever arm is reaching upward, the opposite leg crosses. And bring your hands close together. This side may be very different. Typically, people have one side, they can bring their hands much closer than the other side. The goal is not for our fingers to touch and to contort our body somehow so that we can force it. No, that would be violent. This is a non-violent, gentle practice. So we just really feel in our body and notice where we feel sensation, but no strain. And breathe. And we'll just go ahead and relax both of our hands and our arms. So out and forward, up and lower and to the front. Yeah, let's take a moment to sit in Tadasana. Just take a moment to notice how her body is feeling. Such an awareness. It's good to notice. How does it feel different than at the beginning of the class? How does it feel different since you did both sides of Gomukhasana and not just one? Let's go ahead and inhale, bring our arms up, and then just bring them over for a nice gentle twist. I'm only looking off to the side. I'm not trying to turn my neck around and look behind me. I'm looking to the side. My torso is turning. I'm breathing here. And then I come back to center. Now we'll go to the other side. So we're going to inhale and exhale. Go to the other side. Again, the different sides may feel differently. Inhale and exhale. Wonderful. And now for Shavasana. So Shavasana, you are wherever you are, and you may have a comfy chair or a footstool. You may want to lay down and stretch out on your mat. You can go wherever you want to go for Shavasana. When I practice Shavasana in a chair, I scoot back a little bit more in my chair so I can just kind of sit back and relax and be supported by the back of the chair. I like to put my legs up on a block. They can completely relax. But have your legs be in whatever position is relaxing for them. Then, if I don't have a yoga blanket, I can use a towel. And I bring that behind my neck because when I'm in Shavasana, what I don't want to do is to lean back and then have my neck just go back. So I put the towel here. And it's really nice because then my arms can be relaxed right here. Maybe I cross them. Maybe they're just here. And so my neck is supported. It's not going to just fling back now. And I can rest and relax. This is your time. Shavasana is a resting pose. A time for your body to integrate all the different work and nourishing moves you did to absorb the vitality and the peace. And relax, I'll mind the time. Just gently wiggle your fingers and your toes. You're lying down, roll to one side very gently. If you're seated, perhaps bring your back from the back of the chair. Gently press yourself up into a seated position. Keep the eyes closed or a soft gaze, whichever feels best to you. And I invite you to revisit the prawn mudra from the beginning of class, where the backs of our hands rest in our lap and our little finger and ring finger gently touch the thumb with the two peace fingers extended. Prawn mudra. And remember, as we move our body with our breath, we nourish ourselves and vitality for this precious life. Gently open your eyes, inhale, arms to sky. Exhale, downward. Breathing in and out. Breathe in, bring your hands to sky, bringing the palms together. And as you exhale, gently bring your hands down towards your heart, brushing your nose, your lips, your chin, as you bring your hands down to your heart. Thank you for practicing with us today. Namaste.